Alright, so my little brother told me to post this here. I've been an assistant deli bakery manager for plus 6 years. In those years we had Jill take over the previous manager's position through backstabbery and lies, a position that was supposed to go to me, but she had a friend in upper management get her transferred over. Jill never did any of the work, left things for me to do last minute, took 4-day weekends, intentionally missed orders to try and make me look bad, the whole 9 yards. I put up with it for years. Every time I brought it up with the management, they gave an excuse or sorta just brushed me off. The company has a union, so getting someone with even a year of seniority over you in trouble is almost impossible. I was doing more and more of the work, making sure orders went off on time, fixing ones she would forget or mess up, covering shifts, calling people to come in if she intentionally underscheduled us, training. A headache. During this time, I got married, which she tried to deny me my vacation time to do, and had a hectic schedule that my husband graciously understood. Dealt with it for another few years and just got so tired with everything, then the kicker came. I got pregnant with our first. I decided then and there that once I left for maternity, I wasn't going back. I did everything by the books, notified management and the union, scheduled doctor's visits and worked around my schedule, made sure that there was no possible way she could mess with me. Once I heard the due date, I grinned a maniacal smile deep in my soul. April, right before the busiest time for any deli, bakery. Graduation. When you're in a town with 3+ colleges and 4 high schools just in a 10-mile radius, you get a lot of orders to fill. I even had a reputation for color matching certain school colors and doing cakes last minute. On any given day for those months, they could have anywhere from 15 to 150 cakes going out in a weekend, Friday to Sunday. And to make matters worse for them, I was the only cake decorator. I let them know that they had to get someone in and hired for me to train multiple times or else they would be in dire straits, especially since Jill didn't like decorating. They never listened, like always. So after 4 months, I stopped reminding them. I let it go, and it felt great. Then I decided to use one of my vacations during the week before delivery. Good thing I did. The baby was ready anyways, and they still hadn't found a cake decorator. The day I delivered my baby, guess who finally got demoted? Jill had scheduled one of her 4-day weekends again, missed 3 supply orders, didn't cover my shift, and the icing on the cake? Left 19 cake orders unfulfilled for a Friday and did not let management know about them. When Friday morning came around and she wasn't there was a line of angry customers wondering where their cakes were. Upper store management was called in. People from 2 different departments who had some experience on cakes were pulling pre-made 1/4 sheets and randomly throwing sprinkled this way and that and giving out the cakes for free. Over $1,000 in products having to be given to customers, for free? Apparently this also happened on a day the district manager was said to come in and do a tour to make sure things were set up for graduation. Needless to say she was demoted and moved from the department the very day she came back into the store. She turned off her phone over the weekend so no one would disturb her. I only know this because they called me to see if I could come back for a day or 2 from my vacation to fix everything. They hadn't known I had the baby yet, just thought I was still heavily pregnant. I've now been 6 months as a STHM and cannot be happier without all of the stress from there. They still ask if I want my old job back when I grocery shop there, but I just smile and tell them no thank you. Although I do miss some of my coworkers, now I get to raise an amazing little boy and bake cakes for the fun of it now. Update. Wow, I was not expecting any of this really. Thank you for the validation. Here is a few things to clear some things up for everyone. Jill got demoted. She is now a produce clerk and is not allowed anywhere near the bakery deli and took a massive pay cut. It did not cripple the whole store, it just made a department almost a living nightmare for management for the weekend. They now have their retired cake decorator in on weekends to do cakes until they can find someone else. I had to take that unplanned vacation 2 weeks before my due date due to stress from the job that contributed to gestational hypertension. Baby came out alert and happy. Heart rate got to 164/98 though. Do I in no way, shape, or form blame the union or upper management for any of it? When 2 people are constantly issuing complaints to HR, the truth gets muddied. It did not help that the store went through 6 store managers while I was there and the union did what they could, especially when it came to her trying to mess with my vacations, paid holidays, and days off. Especially my wedding. Doormat? No, I called her out on things all the time, which is why she was out to get me at any chance. I even had my staff stand up for me when I wasn't there, and she's tried to take credit for things I did. Paper trails were made, and I followed procedures for reporting things to the letter. Did I intentionally leave innocent bystanders to have no cake? No, I warned management, they dragged their feet. I warned my customers, they chose to still go there. I did more than my fair share. Thank you all very much. Update 2. This is still going? Thanks for all the upvotes. And here's a little more. I don't plan on opening a bakery anytime soon, there are 5 currently in my little town. Baby is amazing and healthy, he's topping the charts in the 99th percentile all over. I wish this story was made up, but it's not. I've left out numerous things on what she did that could have gotten her fired, demoted sooner if she didn't have someone backing her as long as she did. She got multiple warnings, but by the time she would do another mistake, a new manager would come in, which made it last way longer than it should have. My writing style? It's all my own, so sorry if it is difficult to read. English is my first language, and only, but everyone knows that the language is 5 multiple different languages in a trench coat pretending to be one. One of the coworkers I had who is set to retire next year sent me messages about everything as it went down, realizing that the shared nightmare was finally coming to an end. Update 3. Some of you are asking about cakes and cake questions. I don't really know how to cross-post or everything, but I created a new Reddit thing called CakeSib made with some photos on there for curiosity's sake.